The preferred opposition presidential candidate in Kenya currently is Kalonzo Musyoka, leading with 41%, and is followed by Edwin Sifuna with 26%. Fred Matiangi follows with 16%, and Rigathi Gachagua with 9%. We still have a significant block of undecided voters with 8%. So that finding gives Kalonzo Musyoka the strongest current numerical claim to the opposition presidential ticket. While Sifuna's 26% is also highly significant, and it has been contributed largely by the age factor of his support. Fred Matiangi there with the 16% voter support means that he remains a significant player, while Gachagua's 9% demonstrates that his influence extends beyond his current national presidential support. All right, so now let us look at the preferred opposition ticket combinations. So these were some specific scenarios that we put our respondents to, where they were able to choose their preferred opposition ticket combination of various potential candidates. So the first ticket being Kalonzo as the president, and Edwin Sifuna as his deputy, and Fred Matiangi being the chief CS. This ticket was the most popular, garnering 44% of national support. While the second most popular ticket was that of Sifuna being the president, and Kalonzo being the deputy, and Matiangi being the chief CS, it went a little bit lower with 19%. And you can see the rest, how they flowed. Matiangi as the potential president, Kalonzo as his deputy, and Edwin Sifuna as a prime CS garnered 14% of support nationally. And where we have the scenario where Kalonzo is the president, and Matiangi is his deputy, and Gachagua being the chief CS garners 9% of votes, while Gachagua being the president, Edwin Sifuna being the deputy president, and Kalonzo being the chief CS garnered 9%, while we had other combinations that garnered only 5%. So this finding clearly indicates that the strongest opposition ticket combination is where Kalonzo is the president and Edwin Sifuna is his deputy, while Fred Matiangi is the chief CS, leading with 44%. So that presents that Kalonzo, being the president, presents a unified opposition. And that will be to the advantage of the opposition. And where Sifuna leads the opposition, it will still offer a stronger generational position because he has his major advantage with the younger voters. However, the challenge will be transferring his strong youth appeal into support among the older voters. The scenario where Matiangi leads will offer an experienced executive-style alternative because his potential strength lies in voters seeking competence, order, and administrative experience. However, from the finding that we had, he is not currently the strongest numerical flag bearer at this point. Maybe just a summary of what we've been able to release is that President William Ruto remains the leading individual presidential candidate right now with 31%. However, there has been a decline in his support base, and Kenyans will be able to determine that in the next 12 months whether that will remain or it will change. Kalonzo Musyoka currently emerges as the strongest opposition presidential candidate with a national support of 22% and is also the most preferred candidate among the anti-Ruto respondents and is also the most preferred ticket opposition combination where he is the president and Sifuna his deputy and Fred Matiangi being the chief CS. We've also seen that Edwin Sifuna's 13 national support and the fact that 58% of his supporters are aged 18 to 35, that is the Gen Z and the younger generation, position him as a critical figure in the 2027 equation. The political opportunity is there for a coalition that combines different strengths. Kalonzo offering the established national opposition support, and Sifuna offering generational energy and youth mobilization, Fred Matiangi offering executive experience, and Gachagua offering potential leverage in the Mount Kenya political realignment.